What's happening? Welcome to episode 6 of the Top Binz podcast. Boys, before we start, we must address the obvious. We've got a new guest. Craig, introduce yourself, sir.
Craigie boy, I work for Tool Active and I wear my favourite Rangers tap, so that's it.
He's waited all of 3 seconds to get his plug in there.
Absolutely.
What did you just say there about that top?
It's my favourite one, mate.
Your favourite? Where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from?
Would you like to tell me, Evan?
Have we got a wee sponsor?
I've got a wee sponsor for today's episode, supplied us with all 3 of these tops. I would personally say mine is gorgeous.
I'm putting a statement out. Best tip, yeah, I say that all the time, right? I had the Preston one on 2 weeks ago, honking, right, fair enough. How nice is
No,
this
what
kit?
I will say is that I would go, it could be up there with one of the nicest ones we've had on.
And that,
Oh, aye, mate, that's amazing, mate.
See, I
Obviously,
think
I'm a
that's-
big Rangers man, right? But
See, I think
That's
that's
gorgeous.
wicked, man.
So anyway,
Well, that's what our sponsor is,
there you go.
Matt of the Match on Instagram.
Matt of the Match on Instagram.
Aye, so if you go over there and have a wee look through the big selection of football tops we've got from Bayern Munich, Celtic, Rangers to Germany, to Argentina, we get all sorts. So if you see anything you like, you can get 2 tops for £35, and when you're buying them, just quote Top Binz and you can get that deal.
A wee discount for us, do you know what I mean? We're helping guys
I
out.
know.
We've had a few messages, where they get the tips, and if you go message them on Instagram, let them know you came for Top Binz, you do your wee discount, you get 2 for 35.
Which you can't complain that
Aye.
you get a brother, your sister,
Aye.
your dad,
Christmas
maybe
is
your
coming
mum,
up.
maybe your
Christmas
mum's
is
one.
coming up.
Christmas coming up.
How many are you buying? You're buying 10
I'm buying 10, mate.
Anyway,
But
All my
the
pals,
selection's mental that I seen that I was looking through them today. They've got a Palmeiras one, Brazilian league, absolutely lovely.
they've got a Nigeria top for 1980s.
Exactly.
That's amazing, mate.
Oh,
Come on,
here,
now, I've
here,
known some
Jack,
tops like
I'm
before.
going back actually get myself one of them when you see it on it, a Palmer one. Oh,
Aye.
aye, gorgeous.
That's nice,
Aye, well, you know.
Palmer.
Again, thank you very much for inviting me.
Aye,
Aye.
thank you. We are absolutely loving them. They're absolutely splendid. Craigie boy, your first time on Top Binz. Craig from Total Active. Talk to us a wee bit for your Total Active coaching business. You're
Oh,
becoming the next Guardiola, I hear.
I prefer to say Klopp, man, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
But
yeah,
I got
Klopp.
there some man too.
I prefer Glenn Hoddle.
Call it Pedro Casino. Casino's alright, man, do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm trying to, do your plugging. If you say you can talk to people like Pedro Casino,
To
and
be
nobody's going to
fair.
come and see you.
I'm
to be fair,
joking, right? I would
He's
say
got something in common with Pedro Caixinha.
What?
They both spend a lot of time in the bushes.
Oh, you still that make you worry.
I was hitting Top Binz last night, right? isn't I?
Right, do yourself a wee
eh,
plug. Go on.
Pretty much, Total Active it's a sports coaching company. I do fitness classes as well, so it's all about like through lockdown.
Aye.
It's kind of see people mental health and that as well. It's all about getting out because we meet the guidelines outside. All this inside stuff you can't do.
Aye, I'll
So
just
we're
put
pretty
on my
much-
friendly, aye.
Aye.
So when you getting the boys on then, get a wee video going.
I take us through one of your sessions, got a video going, you absolutely.
Why do we do it next week?
I would do it.
Aye.
We'll do it. We'll get it sorted then.
How do you think about that? Like, does yours get put through our paces?
Aye, obviously.
So fit my drills have them sweating. They're not. This guy's unfit. So.
Oh, no, that.
So aye, so we'll do that. We'll do like football drills. The PT side will be like kind of tyre flipping. It's like army PT I can call it. So it's like
Aye.
sandbags, doing these crawls through ladders, hurdles, mile-and-a-half run, all that kind of stuff.
And if anybody wants to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook.
Wait.
Total Active there.
At Total Active.
It's total.active.
Total.active.
Sorry, I forgot that one.
That's alright. Do you know anything about football?
No.
No,
I'm
okay.
just here for a bit of banter, man.
Right, well, we right. I don't like.
Right, lads, we're gonna start the Aberdeen this week.
Aberdeen.
Aye, they drew with St Mirren.
Oh.
Man, it's shocking result.
Shocker.
Absolutely shocking. Imagine drawing. Imagine
drawing. Honestly, right, Craig.
I've
We've
actually
already spoke about Rangers.
I've had Rangers language here, man. I don't like it.
I mean, aye, you know, this is the most Rangers biased episode yet, and I love it. Here we go, Craigie. Talk to me about Celtic today.
That wouldn't see that happening all. Let's see 2 Rangers fans talking about Celtic.
I'm sorry,
There you
mate.
go.
I know he's a big Celtic man, but see the day. It's just I thought it would be a reaction from Thursday night because Thursday night they started off really good. I
Aye.
thought we'd start like that the day, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. St Johnstone were the better team that first half.
Aye.
I just don't know what's happening. I don't even know. It's every game they're not wanting enough.
I
A
feel
lot
like,
of the same players, they just don't want it.
yeah, honestly, we can sit and talk about Lennon, but there is a underlying fact the players are not playing like they were obviously.
See, you watch his press conference after, right, and he's now just blaming all the players for everything. He goes, they're unfit. How are they not unfit? No, how are they unfit? Sorry, it's his training, right? You've heard some come out and go, oh, it's still Rodgers' stuff and all that, right? but he should still be making sure they're fit.
But we should sit here, right, and I feel like we're starting to get a bit repetitive when we talk about Celtic. But it's just...
It's the most repetitive thing ever,
but
you put back to back to back of all his press conferences, it's, oh, we were good, dominated the game, should have scored, didn't, don't know how we're conceding goals, the boys, they've got no, what's the word, confidence.
What I will say,
And then,
it's kind of, he's stuck up for them the first couple, and now it's gradually just kind of going,
yeah,
you're blaming them, does that make
but
sense?
then what are you doing? You're the manager.
You need to change it, obviously.
Talk to... We've already spoken enough about everything else, right, and nothing's really changing, so we'll not really should repeat it. Just away from everything else, just talk to me about today's game. What did you see today? Celtic just obviously drew with St Johnstone won each by the way.
It's flat. It's just the same stuff. It's just we're playing a 3-5-2 with one recognised striker and then Christian behind. So why are we playing a midfielder and striker? We've got Griffiths on the bench, who for me come on and grab that enthusiasm and that threat.
You like Griffiths, don't you?
I love him, mate. I think he's amazing.
You love him?
I
You love him? You love him?
You love Griffiths?
I meant as if I have to pick, if you're talking about Celtic,
if you're in a Celtic
as a football player, I think he's amazing.
It's even me.
For what he's done,
Do you know what I think confidence comes from?
country.
Confidence comes from the manager. They're not. You can't. How can they go out of confidence when they might not be confident in the shape or the personnel in the team? So for me, there needs to be a complete overhaul. I think all the backroom staff need to go bring a new manager with his own men. Because see, this is a boy I was talking about just what I was talking about the podcast and that. And one of the boys I was talking to turned around to me and said, "How much do you think Lennon's actually the manager of Celtic?" It's like a fair point. How much do you think it is?
Well, what does a manager mean then?
Well, Celtic went
too much stuff.
we went 1-0 down today, right? And it looks like to me John Kennedy's giving out orders.
But I mean, it's not just to say
I get he's the coach.
You can't give out orders.
I get that, but it looks as if he's I don't know why. From the outside looking in, it looks as if he's like the face of like being the manager. Whereas I think it's just getting all done behind him. I feel like Celtic have maybe said to him, "No, we don't. We just want it going the way Rodgers was going."
Right, well, he talks about all the players not being fit in that, but that might not come from him. He's getting told for all these sports science, all these other people, right? So
really good point.
He might want to play these players, but they've got more influence on the team what he has.
Do you know what I think? Neil Lennon says, you know, the players aren't fit in that. Send them to Top Actor for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Hey, flipping tiles, man. Me Lennon like that. Mad for... I know you, man.
No, but I think there needs to be a complete overhaul. To me, it looks like Celtic are going, we'll give you until the cup final, then it won't take until we lose the cup final for them to go, he's getting sacked. Because for me, I'm not confident with the cup final.
See, the thing is, I think we're almost at the point now where
when's it end?
it's like the when say for instance, right, Rangers play bad, it's like it's a bad run of form, or if Celtic play bad, it's a bad run of form. But it's now beyond the stage of a bad run of form, to the point where are they actually good enough?
Well, see when we go into it, right, see people going, oh, but if it's better to dance to the devil, you know, because what if we bring in somebody who don't do as well? But I know, do you see Celtic win the league?
I got ahead myself.
No, I'm not like saying that. I'm just saying, I'm asking a simple question. Do you see Celtic winning the league?
No, I'd rather go no.
You go first, no.
No, because it's just it's not nice to watch at all.
Right, so me as a Celtic fan, I'm deflated. I can't watch that every week, and I don't see as, because again, like Ross Kenty played well against Rangers today, right? And they had good chances, but Rangers still ran over the top, still clinical with their chances, right? But then, for me, I think you need to get a new manager in. I see this season as a write-off, as big as the season is, it's 10 in a row obviously, but at this stage, it's gone anyway, so may as well try and build or get the team ready for next year. And then, because losing the league, losing 10 in a row, it's obviously, it's gutting to see.
Aye.
But it's like, see if you lost another league, it wouldn't be the worst thing. If you can build on it, get a better team, and then get a run in Europe maybe. Do you know what I mean, with the players you've got?
I'd prefer Celtic to not be like, do you know, I think like they always have like minty players, not just kind of sell them on, so they're happy just win the league. They want to happy getting far in Europe, but see if they kind of like changed that and sort of like kept them players right, built them up a wee bit, went for European football a bit more as well, and kind of had them like going for it. Because I feel like they go in there and it's always, last couple of years, not the Champions League, Europa League, it's not good enough, they should be in the Champions League.
I feel like that's this season, like it was said that all these players would leave, right? None of the players leave. So I think the players were kept here to build, to have this big historical season, try in Europe, going for 10, and it's no work. So it's kind of proven. See when you look at players, I don't know, just for instance, Kieran Tierney's and stuff like that, like obviously boyhood Celtic fan and stuff like that, and then he's been off on these big moves. But everyone said, why didn't he stay for 10? 10 was never guaranteed.
No,
it was never guaranteed, and now when things like this happen, people are all like, oh right, we'll get this player out, we'll get that player out. See if a player plays bad, and then all of a sudden let's get rid of him. Like, there's no loyalty when it's the other way about, so you can't say to a player for years, should have stayed for 10, I don't know what I remember this.
Should have stayed for 10.
What I was trying to say was, anyway, that
you've got no clue.
Is it like, see if it was Rangers, like how people at the floor get goals and Tavernier away, right, but see now everyone's like that, they need to be here to win the league.
Aye, I bet, but what I was trying to say was, like at the start of this season, it was the players were like basically made a desire that they're going to stay and they're going to go for 10 and stuff like that, right? And it was never guaranteed. It was never guaranteed. But I feel like Celtic's point of view, I feel like the players and that, and also maybe all the fans, kind of felt like it was guaranteed. Do you not think so?
I don't know.
So
it was always about, hopefully we can get 10. It was never that. Yeah. It was always, see, this player has to stay for 10. Like, this player has to be there for it. Lennon has to lift the 10. Yeah. And then I think when they've seen that it was never guaranteed, there's maybe a wee bit of complacency and stuff like that, and Rangers are putting up a big challenge.
We'll see with that same thing,
Jesus
right?
Christ, I took about 5
minutes. See with that same argument, right? You've got, not the same argument, because I can agree with you with some of what you're saying, but when you look at the tail end of last year, right, you can see why Celtic might have been confident, because Rangers went on a spell of losing games left, right and centre, right, but then, so see when the season stopped, Celtic are going to be given the league, and it's getting, the cups are getting moved, right, do you think Neil Lennon's treated it as like a big summer holiday kind of thing and just said like, enjoy it, keep fit at your house when you can, or do this and do that, whereas do you think Gerrard's came in and went, no, we're doing this, and this is our time for a big pre-season to do what we can when we can?
What do you think?
I think Gerrard's seen it as like, well, he's no won the last couple of years, right? So this year, if Celtic do win the league, I think I know he's done really well in Europe, but I think it just makes him look so bad as a manager, because if Celtic win this league, he's changed the team so good, he's made it so much better at Scottish football. He needs to win the league this year, Gerrard, and that's why he's focusing the way they play. They're all playing for each other, playing for the manager.
Do you not think, like from a Rangers point of view, like we've went from like last season, like Gerrard's no won a trophy, and it was like that, but now it looks like we bar Europa League, like now it's like, well, I'm confident we'll win every trophy that we're involved in. Like it's no went from like last year we got one cup and it built up a bit of like winners. It just went from no cups to like leagues over by December. That's not what we're saying, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like it's like there was no like build up in between. It just went from like failure.
Well, can I ask you something, right? I want you to be as unbiased as possible right here, because how well he's doing right now, right? Do you think coronavirus saved Gerrard's job?
No.
Look
what's in before him?
Aye, right, but let's hear him out, right? So see if the Celtic Rangers game was the first thing coming up, right after that when it gets stopped.
We're about to win 5-0 and then go on an unbeaten run and win the lead.
Right, it was looking like Celtic were heavy favourites going into it, because Rangers had a really bad run up until that, right? So Celtic won that, right, and then he's got on another bad run, he's losing another game, right? He's just over that course, and then Rangers fans looking at it going, right, we need to get somebody else to change it up here. That's the
Rangers fans, well, from me speaking, would want to invest, because they've not won 10 yet. I think if he's won the 10, that's when he's getting you get rid of him. But because it was also going to be 9, I think they've still given that chance of going for it.
I've got a great point here, right? I'm going to make it right now. What I was going to say is, Rangers fans have high expectations, right? I mean, the maximum you can get, right, for a club, right? See the squad Gerrard come into, I honestly swear to God, that team never even finished second. No, wait a minute. That team was so bad, right? So all the Rangers fans' expectation was Gerrard has to come in and win the league. But see, actually, truth be told, there was no way he was going to turn that team into winning a league in less than 3 years. He didn't have 30 million every season.
No.
He didn't have it.
That is a fair point, right?
He's built money up from Europa League team.
He's built money for us.
And look at the players he's got now, the money we'll make.
But can I go into, obviously, you went on, because see after the Hearts game when you got knocked out the cup, I was seeing a turn in Rangers, some Rangers fans were going, nah, Gerrard out. But obviously not. I don't understand that fans can be fickle sometimes, right? But see if you've lost the Celtic Rangers game, right? A lot more would turn, and then if you've maybe lost, there's another one coming up anyway, wasn't there? What if you've lost both of them? It'd definitely been a strong argument for a Gerrard out campaign. Because see when Rangers were going for 10, Celtic got a brand new manager in at the start of that season and then stopped it. So do you think Rangers would have thought we can maybe do the same?
Honestly, I think Rangers fans are separate, as bad as it sounds, we're separate from the board and the manager. I think our beliefs aren't the same, so even if Gerrard lost the Old Firm, we finished second in the league in the same thing, Dave Kenny and all that are still, they're still seeing the improvement. And
but would the fans have seen that big? Because it's easy to go look at the improvement, but if he's still not producing anything, or at that time he wasn't producing anything, could have lost his job. Obviously that's obviously just talking about what if, buts and maybes, but
obviously you're judged on like trophies and that, so that's what, like so he would look as if he's not won any, right?
That's all right, I just wanted to see what was said.
I really think he's obviously went in to win the league with Rangers, right? But I think it's no matter, obviously he's not won them, so he's still in the job. Even if he did win them, it would be to this point because it's like going for 10. I just wanted to see kind of what you thought back then. But obviously we're here now and Rangers are flying.
I think there's a thing to be like.
What was that pains me to say?
What do you think will happen with Gerrard then? Do you think if Rangers win the league, he's away?
Gerrard?
Aye.
No. See,
what do you think?
I thought he maybe there's a job that could maybe tempt him, but do you know what I mean? It's.
Or do you think he won't
do it
with Rodgers then? I know Rodgers going straight away.
Because see, I had a full-on debate with my boy, and that's what I was kind of arguing towards. But he made a good point that could you see Gerrard going to any other English team that isn't Liverpool?
He won't go. I'll say right now.
But could you see him going to another team outside of England?
He wouldn't leave it. I bet that's what it clicked when he ends up going to I don't even know, say just Aston Villa or something. But I genuinely, my own belief is that Gerrard 100% wants to win the league, right? But that isn't Gerrard's. I think Gerrard's goal when he came to Rangers was to turn them back into a big European force. Yeah, we're doing that Europa League, but I don't think that's enough for Gerrard. I think Gerrard wants to win leagues, compete in Champions League. I'm not saying compete as in actually trying, but I mean like group stage in Champions League. Playing against the big teams, making Rangers an actual force again. I don't think Gerrard just coming in for 3 seasons and then winning 1 league title and maybe a cup is enough for him. That's just my opinion.
I think now this year, because the 2 teams in it, so if we win the league and become second, we'll get the Champions League qualification. And I think the way our Europa League qualifications have went, we've had teams who get a task now for a Europa League playoff. That's quite hard.
That is.
I think we'd get into the Champions League.
I think we would as well.
And I think I'm not saying we would compete with teams get through, but I think we would.
For me, that's one of the most heartbreaking things.
What?
The fact that Celtic have been trying to build like Europe up for all this long, and then the minute you can just but the minute a coefficient turns and it goes into Champions League qualification. Rangers could snatch it.
But then also, what you have to also understand from that point of view is that coefficient didn't go up just by Celtic.
No, I'm not saying that, but a lot Celtic were steadying the ship major while Rangers were getting beat off. But
at the same time,
my dad got a game for them, man. You know what I mean?
At the same time, Rangers, the stuff Rangers done in Europe for the past 2 seasons just pushed the coefficient absolutely major. So I think we've earned our spot. I think we've earned our go at the Champions League.
Oh, definitely, man.
That's just my point. I think I'm not saying we deserve to be in Champions League. I'm saying we've earned our go at trying to get in the Champions League. Because we've never even had a playoff in the Champions League.
That's what I'm trying to say. Who's the last two teams we had for playoff the last 2 years? You had Galatasaray and was it Warsaw? Warsaw the year before?
Yeah.
To me, that's Champions League teams. They've been in the Champions League the last
Warsaw have they?
What's that?
Warsaw have
they not been it now? I thought they've been.
They were in Europa League.
I know, who cares?
Oh, it doesn't matter then, right?
We beat Galatasaray, beat Porto, beat Braga.
Yeah, but I've just
But see, at the same time, obviously, it's can't really say it because this year's Europa League. But it's not like obviously you beat off Copenhagen, which was a bit of kick in the teeth. But then we still beat Lazio home and away, who are absolutely bossing the Champions League this year.
See, we're good in that.
No, but even this season, see that summer transfer window. Do you know how much Benfica spent?
120 or something.
120 million, and we battered them off the pitch, both teams. You just
I know.
First, to be fair, it's the only games this year that you've bottled twice.
See, the first you talk about that. What about the game on Thursday with Rangers in Standard Liège? Rangers didn't even start that well, and that's what also went down. And that's the difference.
See, to be honest, I think Ross County today, Finney, Thursday night, right, and then Falkirk, right. I don't think we've been at our absolute best in my winning games, especially on Thursday night. We didn't play well for more than 10 minutes and we won a game in Europe.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want Rangers to go like 1-0 down that game, right? But see, when you went 1-0 down, I didn't feel scared.
No.
When I went before, I feel like that's alright, my way come back. But
100%.
I just feel so chill.
See, to be fair, but I think I'm going to pack this podcast in.
Aye. You done?
I don't think the only one. See, the 1 week we missed, Celtic won. See, every other week Celtic have lost or drew. I can't do this to myself.
It's mental. But
I can't do it. I've not had good luck.
Let's move away from the 10 in a row stuff. Let's just forget that as just a weekend. It's still. I'm not saying that's not going to happen. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, what does Celtic Football Club need to do in this moment to get football results? Like that one.
I think they need to get a new manager and new coaching staff, because I don't think. See, when Dyla left, it's like we went through like a rebuild with Rodgers, brought in everything his training, his philosophy, whereas Neil Lennon's came in and tried to carry on somebody else's philosophy. It's how do you do that? Every manager's their own person. Everybody's got their own style of play. Imagine telling Mourinho, we want you to go and play Klopp's style of play. It wouldn't go well, because it's not how he plays.
It should be Lenny's the man and the only man, and that's it. His way or no way.
If you're a manager, you have all your coaching staff, and every decision made football wise is your decision.
You look at the board. You look at the board backing Lennon. How are they backing Lennon when they're not giving his own coaching staff?
Didn't the players that Lennon signed are Lennon's players? That's players that he's went to the board and said, I want this player, I want that.
That's a strong thing. It's got to get.
They're spending a lot of money, mate. So
who's in charge of buying these players? See, you look across the board. That Klamala, right? I think he's pish. There's no other way about it.
Guess what, mate? You're fucking right.
The one wee bit that gave me a wee bit of respect from was against St Johnstone when he got absolutely nailed, get back up and scored. But other than that, like, I don't rate him. And it's like, who's bought him? Because he cost a good amount of money.
3 mil. Right,
3 mil for Klamala, right? But yet we're going, 3.5 for McGinn. I think you're pushing it. We'll go and give you 3, and then he goes to Aston Villa and he's probably worth about 40 now.
It's just, I can't give, like,
I'm just not laughing at him.
He's pish, mate. I'm sick of it. And then Sorrow, I know. Right, Sorrow came on against AC Milan, done well, right? Done what he was meant to do. Why is Scott Brown still captain in the team? He should
have a go at Scott Brown.
This year, no, I'm not. I love Scott Brown, right? I love everything he's done, but this year he should be a fringe player.
A fringe player?
Wait, did you say
you mean a squad player?
Like, no, I mean
in and out.
Aye, in and out, getting games.
I agree with that.
There should
no
be
fringe. Fringe is like.
But he's part. He's
borderline
part
reserves. No, I mean like
certain games.
Aye, like he comes on the last half an hour to see it out. Like he should John Terry this league if like Celtic win it, but you put the tap on and lift the trophy.
What do you think? As you said, that's what it should be. People said that 2 years about him, and he kicked on when he got the criticism.
But he's not kicking on anymore.
He's not kicking on anymore. What do you think? end of this season.
I think you need to start giving young players a chance.
Start giving Turnbull came on.
Start giving Soros. Start giving Soros. Start giving Turnbull. Why is Turnbull not playing? Why is he not playing?
Is he no hangman? Nah, he's no isolating or something. Am I just?
No, he was, but before that he wasn't playing. Like he needs to be like. See how they be fixing that.
Do you think certain teams, because of the money they spend as well, they need to play certain players? Because you'll certainly get told they have to play.
If you
Bill,
I don't agree with that. No. Because if you sign up to and then you have discussions with after before, it's stuff in contracts about appearances and all that type of stuff.
That doesn't matter.
You even had that like when I used to play pro youth and that. You'd see certain players, mate, they're not even on any money. Actual donkeys now that are just like normal jobs.
See if you're at your job and you're doing pish, you're on a job, right, and you keep making an arse of everything, your gaffer doesn't go, oh well, I'm paying you a lot of money, so we'll just keep at it until he gets it right. You go, nah, I'm getting somebody else that can do the job.
Well, no, I think they would help him train him more and go over the stuff that he can't do. But I mean,
which is fair enough, but it's building on it. But see if they're just absolute donkeys every week, replace them.
I mean, you look back now, and at the time, I was hearing all sorts about this Barkas and how he was a good keeper and that, right? So I think there was a sense of like, we've not got Fraser Forster, so we'll pretend we know who Barkas is and we'll say he's quite decent.
Somebody's went into the YouTube highlights of Barkas came all well and went, look at this boy.
I got him up with him after it all.
I think that's so underrated this season. See them not getting Fraser Forster in. I was absolutely buzzing with
it. Thing is, man, like, he's not going to game aside him there.
He's chose to sit at the Southampton bench rather than come up and play.
No, he's absolutely sick.
That's not that like. No, I'm happy as a Rangers man.
I thought it was. I thought if I'm better than I'll go down and get into that Southampton team. No, you're not. Get back up here, son.
Even then, I don't know. Maybe that's just my.
Not good enough for England, but you'll do for us.
Either way, I just still think playing for Celtic in Europe and going for a 10 in a row is better than any season at Southampton. But that's just me.
There's a push for the England spots.
I think if you got once you got Champions League with Celtic, say that puts him more into England number one.
Exactly. He could have helped Celtic get that Champions League.
He could have, because who the England keepers in there? Absolute donkeys.
I probably are doing it.
Pickford. He's a starting keeper.
He makes an arse out of things, I know.
Exactly.
Do you think fans have too much a voice when it comes to managers' decisions?
No.
No, because Celtics.
What I was going to say, see the point you made earlier about Rangers fans wanting Gerrard gone and all that? Maybe sometimes we don't know what's best for the club.
No, we talk pish.
Aye. But like, imagine we wanted Gerrard like that much and then we sacked him and then we brought in fucking Alex
exactly.
McLeish.
So see,
at this point, do you know what I mean?
See, like, if I'm saying Rangers, right, say Celtic, right, so I've got Golson at the back, right, and say Hollander. Say they make an arse it. It's always like that, man. The best centre backs, Balogun, because he's not playing.
Aye, exactly.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? All the players not playing. It's like you need to get.
But see if like change the rules right here, right? Yous are in front of a Rangers team that have got 2 wins and I think it's 12 games now. Right? 12 games and
we did
2 wins, right? 2 wins, right? And yous are both paying £600 a year to watch some virtual season ticket, and you're watching that shite.
See, when you say that, I understand where you're coming from. You're saying virtual season ticket because a lot of people put a lot of money in.
And it doesn't even work all the time. You're watching it and it's buffering.
And it's dodgy box.
You may as well have a dodgy box. It's technical issues, know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard a few times this season of a few different supporters, right, that the fans, I mean, they're trying to find every excuse, and I'm not, but it was all, you know what I mean, it was Julian's out, you know, go back in, the James Forrest is out and that, right, and then I've heard the fans are the reason. Say fans come back in February, and you've been saying since December the league's over, do you know how that makes a difference, fans coming back?
It depends on the February.
That can actually make your players
worse.
Going to hide them.
Maybe these Celtic players have been, maybe these Celtic players have seen their players turn up at the stadium like that, and then when they're like, shit, we need to play in front of them next week.
Barkas
is going to be injured. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what my insight that is? What? Don't play for Celtic.
I like that one, buddy.
Right, you've all heard that. See the Ajax fans? Mental, right? After tits.
Right.
Would you still want to go and play for Ajax? Big team in Holland?
Would I?
See if you're a professional football player, like see if you're even Rangers or Celtic player and Ajax come in for you offering big money, you want to go. The fans are mental, but that's it's what comes with playing for a big team.
Certain people don't realise how big Rangers and Celtic are.
If you want to go play for some shite team in England or some shite team France, Germany, Spain, whatever it is, then go for it. You get an easy life and get easy money for losing games and drawing games. But see, when you go to a big team, you need to expect when you play shite, the fans are going to.
There's a certain Celtic player I want to talk about. 40 million French Eddie. Who is that playing up front for Celtic? Isn't him?
Like, you see against AC Milan, that was Eddie. He done his in and out. Do you know what I mean? We chip, brilliant goal. And he does that from time to time, but then he just fucking hides. Other times, do you know what I mean?
But what do you ask for? Does this isn't the same?
Do you think he's that player that's want to go? When Len was talking at the start.
Possibly. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think anyone will go in January?
That's hard.
Uncle Duffy, no? I think he'll go.
Uncle Duffy?
I think he might go. I mean, no.
What's he got to stay here for? He's came up, been. He wouldn't get a game for Ross County.
I just think he'll come good, but.
Do you think Shane Duffy would get a game for Ross County right now? Because I don't.
Aye, wouldn't he?
No.
He's probably nothing no.
So he came from Brighton as a Premier League defender, came up to Celtic, been absolutely rank rotten.
I think he's come up there, man, just wanting to play for the Celtic fans as well.
I think he's done what every Premier League player does. They come up and think they're going to walk it and get bitched.
But do you not think you need to play him again to get his confidence back? Do you think it's going to be good on the bench?
But
you're still drawing and losing.
What good does it do for his confidence if he comes on and makes an arse or something again?
To go start him and just keep kind of.
Why'd you start him if he's going to make an arse hangs?
I don't know, man. Just look at what I'm sure he was tweeting that after he's won the against Aberdeen. I'm sure he was quite he was buzzing on Twitter and that, kind of saying as if that's him stating.
He's came in and probably won 4 games since he's been there. Which isn't even a joke. Do you know what's
a shame? Right? There's one person you could say is. Oh, I'll ask you both, right? Who's Celtic's best player right now?
Laxalt.
Exactly. Do you know what he's got? He's got the worst record ever for a Celtic player.
I don't think that's Celtic's best. Do you know what? I'm going to make
since he's come in, he's won like 2 games.
I think he's so good.
He's brilliant, but it's just unfortunate he's come into this.
I'm going to make a statement.
Was you going to say Tam Rogic? I think he's.
I don't think that's player.
I think he's changed up a wee bit.
I don't think that's did.
Yeah, I'm not a Rangers man here. Right?
No, right.
No, but
see if that was a performing Celtic team, Laxalt isn't playing that well. See because they're playing so bad, they're just looking for anything. I'll tell you right now.
But I think it's his energy, man.
He's shown his heart.
He's alright, but Celtic fans are making out as if they've got the best player in the last 10 years. And they're just, no, it's just a case of everyone else is playing so bad, so when they see someone playing alright, they're like, he was brilliant. He wasn't brilliant, he was alright. He just wasn't as bad.
But it's not even that he's playing alright, he goes into every tackle, like every cross, everything with heart and passion, whereas other players don't.
I just always think like he always just gets the ball. He always wins with people. He always kind of plays it and runs. He just doesn't stop running.
He's like a left back version of Kante. If he gives the ball away, he wins it back, and he doesn't stop until he gets it back.
I like the guy a lot, man. To be fair, I'm a good player. But also, what I was going to say, did Greg Taylor go from the get injured today?
No, I don't know. He went off.
Came off at half time.
So Taylor, come on. He didn't have the same energy as what. I think you completely see the difference in left back when he came on.
See if Greg Taylor.
Do you know what I mean? Would you agree with that? You'd real joy the game. I'm
saying, see if you had Greg Taylor on a penalty, he'd ping it back to Chris Julian. He went.
There's no open play, it's all just kind of back the centre back and that.
He just turns back and easy pass. Do something, go by him, man, cross it in.
But then again, who signed him? 3 million.
Go me in. 3 million,
3 million.
That's what pisses me off the most. Why no fucking buy him again? What's that? What's the boy's name? Peterborough.
Oh, Ivan Toney.
Mate, he scored 14 goals or 13 goals in 15 appearances.
I've seen the day that he wanted to come to Celtic, but he didn't fit a high enough.
He did. What the fuck's that all about? Fucking buy him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll spend fucking 3 million on Polish Klamala for some fucking unknown Polish team.
Klamala didn't even go.
I don't know, but who else still a Jetty? Is a Jetty come?
He's injured to be fair.
But what do you think he's like? Do you think he's like Klamala? I think he's actually alright. I think he's one of these guys.
No, yeah, he's a good.
He's one of them guys. He's good in FIFA, man. Everyone says he's class.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a 6-yard box striker. He's got the quick reactions and he's got an eye for goal back.
Chris for using who then? You just can't get the fucking ball in the 6-yard box.
It's fucking Christie. Can't he be the fucking first man?
See, to be fair, man, Toby Christie's quite a dirty bastard. I've noticed he's been actually like been proper going through players. He doesn't say a lot of yellows.
He's playing with a lot of rage, isn't he?
He's a greedy bastard.
Aye.
See when you watch it, he obviously scores for Scotland and he's greeting all that whatever, like I'm like delighted, which is fair enough, right? It's an emotional moment that captured everything, and then he goes to Celtic and it's well, we're not playing for the manager. We are playing for the manager. We're trying our hardest. We just don't know what's happening. So, what the fuck is that? Show some enthusiasm, some passion.
Aye, what do you mean, man?
I want
I'm just laughing. Man. Nice
I want all the Celtic players to be rolling about with each other.
Aye,
that's what it should be.
Need, aye.
See when you get beat Affias and after the Barton thing and all your players were scrapping with Barton and all that. Why is that not happening at Celtic right now? Because what happened that
Rangers feel that quite bad actually.
I know, but see that's it. No, but the players should be rolling about.
No.
See if I was going into my team, right?
Players are too.
And my players are that bad, and I play for Celtic. I'm going. See you bastard. Fucking try hard. Try harder.
No, you're right, mate. But see now, man, just see people like kind of put covers over them, man. Oh, you can't say that to him, man, because he's going to go and no. It's all hiding. They're all.
Fuck them.
They can take. You see, here are different things, man.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
I think
you can't make no 5-year deals, man. I know. Wee Bolingoli did alright, man, isn't he?
Aye, he is. He's playing Champions League.
Exactly. He's won it this, isn't he? He's enjoyed this flight he's been.
Don't get me started on that.
He's actually bundled up this season. I'm a wee Champions League. She's a wee better.
I could spend an hour talking about that bastard.
Now, the week coming up, Rangers have the last European tie for the group stages. What do you think? How do you think we're going to approach these games coming up? Because for the qualified, is it important for you in your own head for us to top the group?
In my own head, I'm going to give.
What?
It doesn't bother me if we like top the group.
Nah.
But what I do want is I don't want us going out and then say like getting beat, and then it kind of goes on as if like and it may knock on effect.
No.
We fair just keep the performances like nice and high and get a draw away. Take that away then. But I think I'm fine with finishing first there.
Yeah, buzzing. Like
no, of course,
there's a potential I've seen in the papers and that we could end up playing like Real Madrid. And
that's
somebody I want. That's somebody I want to see if we're going to play to Europe. I want to.
Why go to style?
I mean, Bayer Leverkusen, right? You can just sit there and think about
Copenhagen or something.
If we were going to go to Europe, do you want to be one of the big ones? I want to go to the underdogs.
Man could come, can
sit and see. I want to play a big team. I do. I'm buzzing.
Mate, I'm so mad. Like, because last year we could have got like Man U and that.
Aye, I wanted a Man U. I wanted an Indus team.
I don't see now. You don't fear anyone.
No, I actually don't. I mean,
is that a road to Manchester?
I'm fucking feeding fucking St Mirren, man. That's
and then obviously, you know, in just over a week, the quarter final, then St Mirren. What do you think about that? But this is a big chance.
I think this is confidence. Win that cup, right? Win that game. Go on to say win the cup, right? It just puts you for there. Their confidence just keeps building. You're through in Europe. It just keeps going. And I think it's hard to knock people for there.
I hope our players are seeing it the same way we are seeing it and seeing these top games.
Aye.
Like that now, the Betfred Cup is actually so important.
Yeah.
It was always important. Every trophy is important, but see now knowing that we are the major favourites. How do we deal with it? How do we deal with being major favourites for our competition?
What did you say you've got St Mirren?
St Mirren away.
That's a good point.
They get a point against Aberdeen.
I know.
Hopefully they can play something against you.
We were given like to win the league last year, and then we got told we were going to win it when the hype came.
No, this season,
but it doesn't seem like I know.
Even in the league, we've been getting told for weeks on weeks. I mean, put it this way: previous seasons, how long have we been top of the league? Not very long. We've had wee spells.
It's been a game.
Aye, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then Celtic have got a game in hand, and it's like level points. We've been top of the league basically the whole season, and it's just at this point, it's the gap was at here.
I mean, just leave you two.
No, I need
to. What do you think? Because every week this gap's getting bigger. It is, and you know,
it's a new manager.
You're sitting there and you're mat of the match top. And I'd like to hear your opinion. Shout out, Matt of the match. What is it?
My opinion is I think I just need to turn off the football. Just buy a couple more football taps.
Yeah, but I'm buzzing right now.
So Matt, I've been. You just feel so good.
I think I
think we're starting to see how they were loving it before and that. Like obviously it should be when you're beating everyone. Think about your Invincibles, you're right. We're going to end up having that wee down spiral bit.
Maybe not. Maybe we're on the next Invincibles.
Maybe not. But what I'm saying is, it feels good.
The thing is, it's part and parcel of being a football fan. Right. Not one team is ever going to be in top forever. So I mean, so look at Man U.
That's not.
No, but like, they went from winning everything
to going to. You see, if you're man, you can't rate them off this year.
What about Kemar Roofe? That boy is hitting form, isn't he?
And he's not even playing as like natural central striker.
He's
just playing off him.
He is playing very well, right? But can I give you another point, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I think's been protected a lot by your results?
What?
Morelos.
What do you mean?
Because now we've seen you talk about it, like every scene you go, how's Morelos playing? Oh, he's doing brilliant, he's doing all the wee things that he just everything apart from scoring and all that, right? But for me, for somebody that's so prolific and depends on goals, he needs to be scoring more goals.
But it's plays a bit different this year.
No, I understand, but I get that, right? But see if you started not playing well, you're like, why is Morelos not scoring? You turn on your star striker and why is he not scoring? He's doing all these wee link-up plays, but he's not scoring goals.
But see, to be fair,
but you're getting goals everywhere else now. Last year, only goals.
I think.
Aye, but how is he? He's not even like in amongst the goals. He's not scoring.
It's not as if he's playing bad.
No.
In a good
if he right, I'm pretty certain Morelos is going to go next year.
That's the thing, is
but we put up. He couldn't do any link-up play before.
I can see Morelos.
Now he's coming short. He's holding the ball up.
But can you only do one without the other?
What's that?
You can only do one without the other.
Well,
he's not doing both.
If I'm a striker and I'm coming back, I'm coming short. But he's pulling defenders out, and that's how Kent getting goals. Because he's coming short.
Even the day you watch it, the ball doesn't go through like that unless Morelos makes a run. Morelos is dragging.
It's a fair point, but at the same time, he still needs to be scoring goals.
I think what you're saying there is, last year Rangers team was Morelos' quality was here, the rest of the players. So he just was too good. See now, this much quality, that his quality has been matched to the point where he can't be the influence he was last year because we've got other players with other quality.
But seeing that same thing, Defoe's on for 5 minutes and scores straight away.
We've got so many options this year now.
No, I know, but Defoe comes straight on and scores.
But that was a different. If you watched it, we played completely different.
I mean, your point is correct. He hasn't been scoring a lot of goals. I'm not worried one bit. Because him not scoring the amount of goals is making everyone else play better, and it's making us win more games.
You're saying you're not worried. That's because he's in a winning Rangers team. But
I think
what happens if that changes? Then people could then turn on like. You see, you've got to January, right?
It's as if like we start drawing and 0-0s.
Aye, and then he's turned around and go, well, where the fuck's Morelos? He's not been scoring all season. And then people goes, oh, but he's still good at his link-up play. They go, fuck off, he needs to score.
I know, but that's all like.
It's easy sitting here saying the no, that like, oh, he's good. No, but it's easy saying like, oh, he's good at all that. The no, that's like obviously protecting a guy that's no scoring and a winning team.
Yeah, scoring, but like, when was his last goal?
He's scored a few.
He scored that.
His last goal was Benfica. His last goal was Benfica.
At the same time, it's not really.
I think it was the free each game. That was his last goal, I think.
I think.
But then how many Roofe sgoals since then?
A good few.
That's what it's weird, man, isn't it? Like,
no, but that's what I mean. It's like, why is Morelos not scoring?
But why does he?
Because before
no, because the way he's playing is helping the whole team score a lot more goals. So if we're going to say, listen, we need to get Morelos goals, so we need to stop doing certain things, and Morelos, you need to stop doing this. That's changing the whole way we're playing. The whole reason we are playing the way we are, we're scoring goals, is because everyone is now working in a different way than we were last year. Last year, it was Morelos does this, and fair enough, it got him goals. But it was making everyone else, like you seen Kent last year. Kent was half the player it was because it wasn't the same way we're playing. There's a full thing about Rangers last year were basically a one-man team, and now this year we're a team, and Morelos is part of that team. So if you start telling
point.
And if you look now, when the ball's go in, you've got about 4 people in the box now, no? Like Taverner's scoring the back post quite a lot.
Speaking of Buzz,
he does have to score more goals, but
what about that standard Liège boy?
Oh,
he's absolutely clattered that
post,
isn't he? They've went right into his stomach there, didn't they?
I'll tell you what, that was a tough watch. That wasn't even worth a goal.
To be fair, that's some
heart.
But it's
really, you looked at it, man, you just seen like net and the post just go like that.
I think that is some heart, isn't it?
Aye.
The boy's seen the post and went, oh fuck it.
Imagine that.
The visuals come over, man, he's like, can I tickle him? He's like...
Wait, honestly, there's no many games in the world that I would have jumped into the post like that for.
no wins for him, man. That was.
And still got Peter. No,
I know
that's sick.
He'll be sitting there in the changing room getting his fucking balls iced. You bastards, man. You bastards.
I've done this for nothing.
I can't have any wins just to lose a game like that.
That was a solo one, man.
Aye, it was a solo one. What about last season? A few weeks ago, we were saying about whether Rangers are looking at it for 55 or we're looking at it for stopping 10. They done an interview with Roof and they asked him that, and he was like, I'm not gonna lie and say that like we don't think about like the external stuff. He's like obviously we do think about that and that does come into our heads, but he's like at the end of the day it's all about Rangers, and I was like, mate,
make me great, man.
That's unbelievable, Roof, man, I love that. But
no, honestly,
he could I don't know. I just love it.
It's the most generic kind of.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, some players can do it and go, yeah, you know what the difference. Yeah.
Oh. That was shocking.
I think Rangers done quite well with that, like kind of Jamie Murphy like going away to Hibs. Who else was it? To Aberdeen.
Stephen Kelly went to Ross County, played last week.
Aye, no, like so.
Brilliant.
So they're all like.
Ross McCrory.
So it's taking points after it.
You sold him?
No, he's on loan.
As you know, like a lot to buy. It's not to buy or something. Right?
No, he sold it. No, the bottom.
Mate,
Aberdeen.
Right, so why didn't he play against Rangers then?
He was injured, I think. It's really good. If he's got a phone
I
on.
think he was isolated,
Right,
man. I think he was
I'm going to my phone. I need to search this.
Right, okay. I'll do a tenner right now if he's signed
right now. Right,
he's on loan and he's signed at the end of the season. Right?
Deal.
This is on camera, so everyone knows. Everyone knows I'm right watching it.
Can you spell that?
Can you spell that? Yeah, I'm telling you, he's on loan and he's signed at the end of the season. At the end of the season his deal becomes permanent.
Point, but it's helping taking points off Celtic.
Exactly.
So
we've been smart enough it. Hit me.
Definitely, man.
Are you ready to give him a tenner? Ross McCrory admits he had to leave Rangers for the sake of a career after agreeing a 4-year deal with Aberdeen.
Right, he has signed a 4-year deal, but not
a 4-year loan deal. Fuck off!
No, it starts at the end of the season.
Aye, is it no?
He's on loan. They've not paid a fee. Look, you can't just type in. What's that? What's that? Ross McCrory joins Aberdeen from Rangers on loan to buy deal.
Where does it say to buy?
Loan to buy deal.
Right, so
what did that say? What did that say? Ross McCrory is on a season-long loan with the what was that? With the move becoming permanent in June 2021.
So I'm both right.
No, I told you that.
But he signed for them.
You just said to me that Ross McCrory signed for them and that he was injured when we played Aberdeen.
Right, I took a guess on the injury, but
so
but the bottom.
Right, so I was just trying to clearly.
They have bottom, but
I was trying.
Have they bottom?
Yes, they've bottom. He's on loan.
So we're both right.
Right, I just like everything, man.
We'll give each other a fiver, right?
Wasting my time, man. I put box gloves on now. I think Rangers have got hard done from.
I will not think of 55 for a long time. But see if we beat Celtic next month and we win every game up until then as well.
Yeah.
I might think about it once every week.
Right. I think it twice on a Saturday, no?
Twice on a Saturday. So twice a week.
So you just think about it on Saturday?
Aye, sorry mate, aye, so no, but I don't know, man, it's amazing, right, but do you ever feel like, this crosses my head, it's just gone too well?
Aye.
And I don't get ahead of myself, because last year I did.
Seems too good to be true.
Aye.
I feel
like I'm in a dream wearing this stuff, man. I've been on this podcast. I shouldn't be here, boy, but here.
You know, Hibs, Aberdeen, you've watched them, you know, you've slated Hibs a few weeks ago. You as well, you can jump in if you want.
Hibs are still yet to be a big team.
What?
Until Hibs beat a big team, I won't see them finishing third. Right. Or second for that matter.
No, I'm not saying they'll finish
I can see Hibs getting a third.
Third?
Yeah, I think their team's actually really good, but it's like, see against that like Celtic game, see like it's just, they're playing really well and it just they start switching off at the back, making silly mistakes. That's the games that are going to...
Don't know about Motherwell winning 3-0.
I think that's good.
That's a good result.
Would you take Jack Ross as manager?
Aye, Andy's better than Lennon, doesn't he?
Yeah, sure would.
I've heard people talk about Robbie Nielsen. No, I'm saying that see for like future, like see Rangers, I've heard people saying this, right?
Oh, for Rangers?
For Rangers. I know it's a big difference for Steven Gerrard to Rob Nielsen, but...
I think Kanky would be an excellent manager for Rangers.
I swear I've heard people saying that.
No, well, whoever
told
that...
Natural, you can call me a wank all you want, right? But people saying that.
See the next time somebody tells you that, just let them know I've told them to shut up. Right.
Tavernier, quickly Tavernier.
Alright.
Right, go on, give me your thoughts on...
Right, Tavernier.
Like, you go into his
would Tav get a game for Everton or a top 10 Premier League team?
Absolutely.
Like, he's a team then?
Everton?
Like, you think he'd play for Everton?
How would he not play for Everton?
You're telling me Dingy's...
Dingy's a left back. We've already spoken about this.
You're the same fucking thing.
But no, see if I had to pick one, Newcastle.
You're not top 10.
Oh,
top 10. A top 10.
Who we talking?
Oh, see now, man, the tables.
Well,
Fucking the bottom 10 to top 10 now, so.
You would.
You can not see any team now.
You can't say we did that for top 10.
When we ask...
Well, yeah, see like Leeds in that. I know Leeds on the other now, but see like
Southampton.
Southampton. Aye, you
I'm sick of talking about this fucking Rangers pish anyway. We didn't England for a bit. We talk about it there. What the fuck is happening at Arsenal?
Arteta.
Do you need to start looking at Arteta? You go.
I don't know, man.
I seen Roy Keane say it there on Sky Sports. He said that he thinks they can do it. He thinks that they've got strong enough players to stay in the league.
Mate, no, I genuinely, right? So people know. Boys, I've got a wee thought, right? And obviously, you know, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? No, genuinely, I am honestly a wee tiny bit worried that Arsenal may get relegated. And that, no, I'm. No, because
shocking.
No, okay.
Do you know
you need to get 40 points. He's saying Arsenal can't win a game of football.
Do you know we'd turn them around?
Honestly,
Neil Lennon with the back end of the board.
Aye,
the back end of the board he'd done it.
That's the mark actually going on it.
No, honestly, I'm thinking a wee bit that Arsenal might, they won't get relegated, right? But I think Arsenal might finish like 13th down. I honestly think there's 12.
Is that not with Emery? Because I don't think so.
I think there's 12 better teams. See if things keep going the way they're going. I think there's 12 better teams.
I'll take Arteta in a Celtic job when he gets sacked.
You take a Rangers man as a Celtic? Would you?
Would
you take Arteta?
Who's that the other man? The big bat sign? Graham Murray. There he is.
You big Graham comes in, hands standing at the back dead man.
Mobile man coming up man.
What do you think? Is that a terrible shout for me?
I think Arteta needs to get sacked.
But I don't think...
Would you say that? Like, no.
See, do you know the thing that Arsenal could at least buy in January?
Aye.
If that was it. Before they go get all money.
Aubameyang was unreal, got his contract, went fuck that, I'm not playing.
I know.
Yeah,
he scored 1 goal since he signed his contract.
Has he?
1 goal.
Arsenal, I think honestly, see this season, they have to, first of all, guarantee their safety in the Premier League, and then have a go in the Europa League.
Okay, Tav's not going to keep an Arsenal then.
That's
okay.
And they're not top 10, but it's right.
Tav, here's a wee statistic for you. I'm going to just put it there. No statistic, a fact. Tav is better than Bellerin. I said that. Talk about your kit.
No, to be fair, they're actual gorgeous, and it's something that I've been we're trying to wear different ones all the time. So.
Why is that coming back into fashion? Replica kits.
I don't know.
Why has that actually?
I think it was just a bit of something today.
I think it's because obviously the new tops are nice, but there's just more designs in all these ones. There's more like, things stand out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. It's all.
But it's not even that. I think people just want to wear football top.
Do you know it gets that holiday top, but?
Aye.
So no, like, you're on holiday and you get like
I'll give you for instance, right, 45-year-old man, right, cutting about Spain somewhere, right. The Maldives. You go sit in a Ponza or Tenerife, right, whatever one, right.
No Santa Ponza.
So you look at that, right, 45-year-old man cutting about with this season's home top on, you're going, oh fucking nick of that guy, right. See the same guy walking down with a tap for the 80s, you're like,
he knows his fit.
That's a belter, I like that. Aye.
You're that man, Shagger.
Like, could you just imagine going to like Ibiza or Magaluf wearing like a retro tap?
It's good quality, isn't it? Genuinely, but if you do want some kits, go and get these because they're actual brilliant quality.
Aye. Well, if
you're
two for 35 quid.
Make sure you mention you came for top Binz, otherwise you won't get the discount.
Aye.
So aye.
And it's always worth getting a discount, isn't it?
It is. Christmas coming up. Or your family, you can take a wee grand who sits in the corner, you can get her a Nigeria top for the 80s. Just
get your Celtic one, 2002 trophy, Bo Baldi in the back.
You're trying to start with Baldi in the back.
Oh, what have you got me son? Your gran a Bayern Munich top, 1995, Mateus in the back.
I know.
Anyway, Craig, it's been a pleasure having you
on. No, thank you very much man.
We'll get that video filmed.
Oh yeah, so
if you want to see us,
if you've seen to this point in the video, right, that means you've watched the whole video, and if you want to see us do an in real life total active session, which is going to be difficult, get 30 likes.
30 likes.
Exactly. Aye, that's fine. That's fine. I'm doing it. Aye.
30 likes, and then that means they want to see it. Do that.
Aye, definitely.
Right, well, cheers for watching.
Thanks very much, my brother. Again, guys. Cheers.
No worries. See you later.